Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And today we are continuing Superman by Joshua Williamson. Which we've been doing for quite a few months now. Not quite since it began, but we're a ways in. We're a ways in.
We are a ways in,
and issue number 8, and we got some things going on here.
Williamson is just like, hey guys, I'm gonna give you more answers, but it's only gonna make us ask several more questions.
As is the way with this run so far.
also, Joshua Williamson is a master of the soap opera.
Yeah.
Oh, the delicious soap opera-ness. It's delicious. I could. It sustains me. I love it. Also, welcome back briefly, Jamal Campbell on interior art.
Last couple of pages in here are Jamal Campbell back, and of course the cover as always. But always love Jamal Campbell. Such a great Superman artist. Getting into this, we start off on a flashback. We see
Sammy Stryker.
Testing of Sammy Stryker as his father is watching over these proceedings as he's being examined with his powers that he has. Lex is there as well. A Lex Luthor with hair is there as well. Important.
With a very receding hairline.
Yep. Oh, it's lovely.
This kid has tactile telekinesis. Luthor is clearly working for his father. And Cadmus, and it's this idea that Lex Luthor may have been responsible for giving this kid superpowers.
Yep.
Turning this kid into a metahuman.
And back in the present.
Oh.
Grafton Farm have caught up with Sammy Stryker and are ready to tell him just how horrible Lex has gotten in the time since Sammy last saw him. Oh man, it's interesting.
We see a lot of different Lex Luthors.
Yep.
Including one that is clearly President Lex.
We have the early Rebirth Action Comics Lex on the left there, which I think we also talked about briefly on one of these earlier issues here.
As well as classic green and purple mech suit Lex. Yeah.
Which is so funny that the idea is that Sammy knew Lex at such an early point in his horribleness and still thinks he can't get any worse. But yet, of course,
this is Lex Luthor, guys.
But meanwhile, the Super Family is cleaning up the wreckage from the chain's destruction. As Superman goes to see Lex, then, who once again we saw last time was visited by his mother and daughter and Lois Lane. Supes takes Connor with him, which is nice. Good to see Connor get some more appearances here.
Yes. And the interactions between Clark and Lex are fascinating because Lex says, I should have known you'd leave me to die. Fine. I called you for help when I was being stabbed. You didn't show up.
Could one assume that Superman was about to deal with night terrors as that was happening? Could we give him an out?
I mean, yes, but also remember his powers were dulled. He didn't hear Lex being stabbed.
That's true.
But then, after there's this monologue about how the old me, but you're dealing with the new me now. Remember? And I'm like, are we? Are we, Lex?
I love that. I love what Williamson is doing with Lex so much. I still don't know if I can trust him or not. 8 issues in. It's great.
This is telling me no, I can't fucking trust you.
I don't know, man.
No, I'm waiting for the inevitable betrayal because it's Lex fucking Luthor.
I know, but I don't know. It for once, it seems like Williamson is doing something so different with this character. I don't know. We'll see. And if he is going to inevitably change him anyway, I think Williamson is going to wait as long as he possibly can.
Williamson is being a tease. Also, Lex's mother. Lex's mother's first is a racist.
Yeah, well, against Kryptonians.
Against Kryptonians.
A space racist, as one might say.
A spacist.
But then...
But Lex's daughter is not. Lex's daughter may be a Superman fan.
That's true.
I mean, we know she's a Black Canaries fan.
Yeah, so I mean, come on. She can like any superhero, I guess.
Yeah. But
then the Chained, Sammy Stryker attacks, going after, of course, Superman and Superboy here.
Chaining them immediately. Holding Lex's daughter hostage. And Lex actually pleads for her life. Which, again, interesting. Part of me's thinking maybe he has at least a little bit of human emotion towards his daughter.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know. I think I'm seeing something really different here.
But it's also like, this is Lex. Because Clark and Connor, being a very fun team. Oh, I'm glad we're getting these little interactions with the Superman family, and I hope.
And I love this though as well, that because they're trapped by the chains. They like fly together and like able to like drag Sammy out of the building at the same time, which is nice. Of course, freeing Lex's daughter as well, which is lovely.
Yeah, and Lena is caught by her father, which I'm like, okay.
She immediately rejects him, trying to have a moment, but whatever.
I mean, that's called soap opera drama.
Exactly.
It's the juice that adds flavor to the dish.
Yeah. But my favorite one actually comes up on the next page. Then when Lex is talking to Superman from a distance, we get the whole I did it because Sammy killed his father. He killed Sebastian Stryker, and all those big words. It's great.
This is where we cut to commercial break. This is the act break.
Yeah. But yeah, Sammy supposedly killed his own father. And Superman and Connor are then able to somewhat break free from Sammy's attack. We find out that Lex begins describing a way to defeat Sammy, as Sammy's powers have the same weaknesses that Superman's do. He is vulnerable to certain elements that can break through his force field, pretty much. And Superman's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Every time. So, as the Chained attacks Lex, begins choking him, Superman puts on his suit that protects him from kryptonite radiation, and puts on kryptonite gloves that Lex has at Supercorp.
Because, of course he does.
Of course he does.
Also, Lois is just watching all of this.
Yeah.
And it's like, I have a feeling the way this issue ends, Lois is going to have some focus next time.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to.
The issue ends on a very familiar panel. But yeah, Superman is able to use these kryptonite gloves to get the advantage.
Not beat Sammy Stryker.
No,
to
but
buy
he could
enough time for Connor to come in, and then
clamp the head brace thing back on.
To tie him up, which is fantastic.
So Lex and Mercy then are able to use Supercorp's defenses to tie up Sammy once again and get him captured. It's nice. Yeah, it's really interesting. And actually, I forgot to mention before they capture Sammy, I loved this little call out of what Grafton Farm told Sammy.
Yes!
He talks about the different people that Lex has affected and what he turns people into, like Parasite, Metallo, Bizarro, we know those. And then he mentions Marilyn Moonlight.
Which, okay, Williamson. I'm curious. You've piqued my interest further.
Lex has something to do with Marilyn Moonlight, which I forget is next time starting up our cowboy.
I think that's actually in January.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Well, I can take one more month. That's fine.
I think next month is going to be dealing with the fallout of this.
So
'Cause-
excited. So excited. Oh, yeah, because afterwards, because Superman has been exposed to a lot of kryptonite radiation because his suit was damaged in fighting Sammy.
That, like, the entire Superman family, like, the Lois, Connor, and Kara, and I think our around him was our final panel, is a beaten down Superman, ripped costume.
Clark is looking rough.
Green.
And he
And-
saved Lex, is what he says.
So, yeah,
First off, kind of paralleling Lex's shanking at the end of the one
Yeah.
issue previously. It looked similar posing and all that. But also, we've seen Lois shocked over Superman's nearly deceased corpse in the rubble of Metropolis before.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but yeah, that is where we end issue 8.
issue 8, and I think this is fantastic.
Mhm.
I don't know what issue 9 is going to necessarily bring. Because we're getting first off, this book has been just a massive success
So fucking good.
from start to finish. I'm so happy that Williamson's getting to tell this run and clearly having so much fun with it.
Yeah. All 8 issues plus the annual.
Plus the
Honestly,
annual. Plus
they've
the
all.
annual.
Yeah, the annual was so good. They've all like absolutely knocked it out of the park for me. I haven't disliked a single one. Yeah, it's just it's so great, so
Yeah.
fucking great. So yeah,
And I'm curious to see what I've really been liking so far is that Williamson hasn't really been writing for the trades. It seems like
that
we
is
have
just like,
arcs.
it's
We have
kind of like
yeah
dedicating itself to the serialized single issue format.
yeah we are telling a story where we have this fantastic formatted title page that'll catch the readers up, and we're just going.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're like little mini arcs that are like, yeah, they can easily be collected to the trades because I know the first trade is out in hardcover currently, collecting like the first 5.
I think it's the first
issues.
5. Yeah,
First 5 issues in the annual.
yeah.
So
Which we have covered all of on the channel. If you haven't
have
checked
covered
those
all of
out, you can check those out. That's all there.
yeah, so
yeah.
It's fantastic. I have to know what's coming next.
Yeah. Every single issue leaves me feeling that way. I can't wait to see what's next. So, yeah. All right. I guess that about does it. Be sure to check out other Superman things that we've covered on the channel. Not just one shots, but also the Fresh Face Comics episodes we've done on them before. We've done like all the Death of Superman arc and All-Star Superman, which is great. Check those out. Check out other Fresh Face one shots like we've been covering Wonder Woman by Tom King and Batman Brave and the Bold by usually, or I guess not so usually nowadays, by Tom King and by various. So yeah, check all that out. And I'll leave our socials, link trees and everything down in the description below. You can check those out. And I think all that about does it. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan
and Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.